City Lodge Hotels was founded in the 1980s by Hans Enderle and operates 4 separate branded hotel chains in South Africa: City Lodge, Town Lodge, Road Lodge and The Courtyard. It has a market cap of 5 billion rand and has plans to invest 1.5 billion rand over the next 5 to 10 years, building up to 20 hotels on the continent. The group has a PE ratio of 23 and a dividend yield of 2.2%. And I remember for many, many years interviewing Hans Enderle as part of my broadcast career. Obviously, management has changed, but a very solid group. And they seem to have got, over the years, their LSM target correct in terms of hitting
100%.
Across the board.
Yeah, with those 5, there's now a 5th brand with the new acquisition in Kenya. And that, I guess, is the exciting part of the future expansion plan. So they've got 2 hotels in Kenya and 1 in Botswana, but the other 49 are located here in South Africa. And they really attract the business community, because you know what you're going to get when you walk into any city lodge. It's like eating McDonald's. You know what you're going to get time after time.
And people like consistency. No
they love
surprises at the end of the day.
The service is great. You know, whenever I've spent time in any of these hotels, I've only got good things to say about them. I think this massive run-up in the share price has got something to do with the property underpin, because they used to trade below the replacement cost of the hotels. So with a steadily improving economy and outlook and growth potential, that's where you've seen a ramp up, and the share price is trading at all-time highs.
Exactly. I mean, you can't fault this share price action, and certainly investors must be smiling.
Absolutely. I remember a few years ago, maybe 5-6 years ago, there was a crowd called Hospitality, I think, made an offer for them at about 45.
For the hotels part.
Yes, that's right, 45, 50 rounds a share. And it was going to go through, then all of a sudden it fell away. And thank goodness, I mean, you see what it's done since then. So, look, this is not an original concept, by the way. Hans Enderle took the idea from a company called Hampton Inn, which is a subsidiary of Holiday Inn, and he was quite open about it. He said, but you know what, this can actually work in South Africa. And I think now the same sort of concept, tried, tested, tweaked to perfection, will work beautifully in the rest of Africa.
Talk to me a bit about the management structure as it lies at the moment.
Yeah, because Clifford Ross has also been there for a long, long time, and in fact, I think was there right at the beginning. He was the manager of the first City Lodge that's just behind the Santon Clinic there in...
I love these stories. So from management into the
100%,
top job.
So he knows the business backwards. Hans Enderle is still a pretty large shareholder there, 10.5%, but more recently, Aberdeen Asset Management, with Chris as a Scotsman, not an Englishman.
We're not going to offend you on the show. I think we've offended you previously.
Have taken their stake up to around 15%. So if you've got a global titan giving you that sort of stamp of approval, that might have something also to do with the run-up in the share price, but they're taking a very long-term view in the company. So I definitely think that that's a net positive.
Hot or not on City Lodge, given the fact that it's trading at all-time highs? I've got to put that caveat in there.
Even although it's at the rarefied levels, it's sizzling hot.
Sizzling hot. I'll allow that. And Mr. Narushkin?
Yes, it's hot. It's hot. I think, you've got a nice property underpin. It's suddenly trading above that. You've got occupancies starting to build up, and they've built all the rooms, and they're waiting for, because that's typically what they do, build in the bad times. And also you've got exciting future expansionary opportunities across the rest of the continent.
So firm hot.
Hot.